Compared to men, most women are very shy when it comes to showing sexual attraction. Even though they enjoy sexual relationships just as much as men, they often feel alone or rejected when they talk about their feelings or sexual urges. Women don't openly tell men they want to be sexual with them because they think they can make a stronger connection by quietly sending signals that they want to be with them. Feeling loved and wanted by men makes them feel sexier. For many reasons, women choose to be more subtle when they're interested in someone romantically. This can be because of societal norms, personal comfort, or a desire to figure out how the other person feels without risking direct rejection. Being more subtle also lets women keep a sense of mystery and allure, which can be more appealing to potential partners. However, this new, more nuanced way of communicating can be hard, especially for men who aren't used to picking up on these subtle cues. To correctly read the subtleties, one needs to be very aware of everything from longing looks and light touches to more complicated body language and conversational cues. For many guys, missing the right time to pick up on these signs can mean missed chances and possible misunderstandings. This can make you mistakenly think of them as just another friend instead of a romantic desire. Several studies have shown that almost 90% of men have trouble reading the nonverbal cues that women use to show affection or a desire for intimacy. Not being able to figure out these signs can be frustrating and confusing for both people, ultimately stopping the growth of a deeper, more intimate connection to avoid these problems. It is important for men to learn about the different signs that women might show that they are sexually attracted to them. By understanding these signs, men can respond in a way that encourages a mutual sense of attraction and desire. These signs can range from long-lasting eye contact and playful teasing to more overt actions like physical closeness and mirroring body language. Recognizing and responding to these cues can significantly increase the likelihood of moving from friendship to a romantic relationship, laying the groundwork for greater intimacy and understanding. Luckily, there are resources to help men deal with these tricky social situations. Sometimes, watching instructional videos can help you understand the subtle but telling signs that a woman wants to get closer. In these videos, experts often talk about the 5 surefire signs that women give when they want to take a relationship to a deeper level. Men can get better at understanding the language of attraction, which will increase their chances of developing a deep and passionate relationship with the woman they like. Let's begin right away. Number 1. She touches you all the time. Touch is one of the most obvious signs of sexual attraction and can also be seen as a Rob-Boo sign of physical desire. If a woman is strongly attracted to a man, she will probably make physical contact with him by touching his hands, legs, or face. This behavior shows that she feels safe and comfortable with him, and her confidence and sense of security grow when she is with him. Her desire to be close to him also grows, which makes her emotional and sexual attraction to him stronger. This subconscious response often shows up as soft touches and kisses, which show that she is genuinely interested and wants to be with him. At first, the touch might be light and seem casual. She might lightly brush her fingers against his while they're talking or touch his arm while they're laughing together. These seemingly harmless actions are actually her way of seeing how he reacts and making a connection. Each touch, no matter how small, is a step toward a deeper level of intimacy and attraction. As their comfort level rises, so do the frequency and intensity of these touches. She may start touching his arm more often, maybe while laughing at his jokes or making a point during a conversation. This is a clear sign that she feels a connection and is becoming more comfortable with being physically close to him. Lighter touches can turn into more significant and long-lasting contact. When a woman is more attracted to a man, her touches may become more intimate. She might put her hand on his thigh during a conversation or gently caress his chest or neck. These actions are more deliberate and show a deeper level of desire and attraction. Such intimate touches are a strong sign that she feels a strong physical and emotional connection. She wants to be close to him more and more. Touch is also a powerful way to communicate that can often show feelings that words can't. When a woman uses touch to show her attraction, she's using a form of nonverbal communication that can be even more telling than words. This type of communication is often more honest and heartfelt, showing her true feelings and desires. Touch can make two people feel much closer and more connected. Studies show that physical touch releases oxytocin, which is often called the love hormone, and helps people feel attached and bond. This biological response explains why touch is such an important part of developing romantic and sexual relationships. It's important to remember that everyone's comfort level with touch is different, and not all physical contact means sexual attraction. However, when combined with other signs of interest and attraction, frequent and intentional touching is a strong sign of her desire. Paying attention to these signs can help you figure out how she feels and what she wants. When a woman touches a man a lot, especially in private places like the legs, chest, neck, or face, it's a strong sign that she wants to be sexually intimate with him. This behavior shows that she is becoming more comfortable and confident in his presence, and wants to build a deeper physical and emotional connection with him. Understanding and responding to these signals can help them become more attracted to each other and improve their relationship. Mark and Jessica had known each other for a few months. They met at the birthday party of a close friend and have been hanging out with the same people ever since. Jessica had always found Mark charming and attractive, but she wasn't sure if she should tell him she liked him. But over the past few weeks, her feelings for him had grown stronger, and she felt more comfortable telling him she liked him. One Friday night, they both went to a small get-together at their friend Lisa's apartment. The cozy atmosphere full of laughter and casual conversations made Jessica feel especially at ease. She saw Mark sitting on a couch talking about their favorite TV shows. As she walked over to join him, she felt a rush of excitement. When she sat down next to him, she felt an immediate rush of warmth. She started by lightly brushing her fingers against his when they both reached for the same snack. Mark looked at her, smiled, and there was a spark of recognition in his eyes. This made Jessica wait a little longer than she should have before pulling her hand away. The talk between them flowed easily as they joked about the latest episode of their favorite show. As Jessica laughed, she lightly touched Mark's forearm, her fingers just touching his skin. It felt natural, almost instinctive. As the night went on, the group chose to play a board game. Mark didn't move away. Instead, he leaned in closer, clearly enjoying the attention. Mark and Jessica were sitting next to each other again. Whenever Mark said something funny or did something smart, Jessica would jokingly move closer to him. Touching him on the knee or shoulder seemed to bring them closer together, building a bridge of familiarity and comfort. At one point, Mark said something very funny that made everyone laugh out loud. Jessica couldn't hold back her laughter, so she put her hand on his thigh and lightly squeezed it. This time, Mark responded by covering her hand with his and gently squeezing it in return. The touch made Jessica feel good, and she knew Mark did too because of the way he looked at her with interest in his eyes as the group started to split up later that night. Mark and Jessica were on the balcony by themselves, enjoying the cool night air. They stood close to each other, their shoulders brushing against each other. Jessica felt nervous and excited at the same time, but she didn't back away. She took a deep breath and turned to face him, reaching up to brush an imaginary piece of lint off his chest. Mark looked down at her hand, and then back into her eyes, a slow smile spreading across his face. He gently took her hand in his and held it against his chest for a moment before interlacing their fingers. The touch was personal and comforting, which made Jessica feel stronger, so she put her other hand on his neck and ran her fingers lightly along his skin. Mark took a deep breath and moved closer to her, putting his free hand on her waist. Their faces were now only a few inches apart, and Jessica could feel the magnetic field between them. Mark finally leaned in and whispered, "I've wanted to do this for a while." Jessica closed her eyes and smiled as he softly kissed her. It was the end of their night of shared touches and unspoken desire. The kiss was soft and full of... In the days that followed, their relationship grew stronger because of the touches that Jessica had started. The first touches had led to a deeper connection, which let them both talk about their feelings openly. What began as casual, seemingly harmless touches had turned into a meaningful relationship based on mutual attraction and affection. Number 2, she always talks about intimacy. If a woman feels strongly sexually attracted to you, one of the most telling signs is that she will naturally talk about intimacy. This is not an accident. She's doing it on purpose to see if you're interested, build a connection, and spark fantasies about being intimate with her. She may bring up or directly discuss intimate experiences, preferences, and desires. For example, she might ask you where you've had sex in the craziest place or what your wildest fantasies are. These questions do 2 things. They help her understand your intimate preferences, and they make you think about being intimate with her. During these conversations, she might also talk about her own intimate life. For example, she might say how long it's been since she last had sex, or talk about her favorite positions and fantasies. This level of openness shows how comfortable she is with you and how much she wants to make a space where you can talk about intimacy without any restrictions. By telling you such personal things, she's not only trying to get your attention, but also building trust and a sense of mutual vulnerability, both of which are important for building a deeper connection. Statistics show that being honest about sexual wants and experiences is linked to being happier in a relationship. A study in the Journal of Sex Research found that couples who talk about their sexual fantasies and tastes are closer and happier in their relationship. This means that when a woman starts these conversations, she's probably trying to lay the groundwork for a possible romantic connection. She wants to make sure that you two are compatible and that you're both comfortable talking about and exploring your wants. Talking about private things can also be a way for her to test the waters and see how you react if you answer positively and share your own experiences and fantasies with her. It tells her that you're interested and willing to explore a deeper relationship. On the other hand, if you act awkward or uninterested, she might think that you and she are not compatible sexually. It's important to remember that these talks are generally more than just casual curiosity. When a woman brings up personal issues over and over, she's usually trying to create a mental and emotional space where sexual attraction can grow. By talking about her dreams and experiences, she wants you to think about her in a sexual way. This kind of mental stimulation can help you get closer to someone because it keeps the thought of closeness in your mind. A study by the Archives of Sexual Behavior also backs up the idea that sexual conversation is an important part of being sexually satisfied. Couples who talk about their sexuality openly and often tend to have better sexual experiences and be happier with their relationships overall. This shows how important these private talks are for creating a healthy and happy sexual relationship. When a woman talks about her intimate life, the specifics she gives can be very telling. For example, if she tells you how long it's been since her last sex or her favorite positions, she's probably trying to show that she's sexually available and interested. She will only be this open with someone she really likes and trusts enough to share such personal information. In conclusion, if a woman brings up intimate topics a lot in your conversations, it's a sign that she's interested in you sexually. Build trust and openness and get you thinking about being intimate with her. Being aware of and having these talks can help you understand what she wants, which could lead to a deeper and more satisfying relationship. Connection. You can build a strong base for a satisfying and close relationship by encouraging open and honest conversation about your wants and experiences. Intimacy is not purely physical. It is the act of connecting with someone so deeply you feel you can see into their soul. This famous quote beautifully encapsulates the essence of intimacy when a woman frequently steers conversations towards intimate topics. She is not merely engaging in idle talk. She is attempting to connect with you on a profound level. This effort to delve into personal and private matters signifies a desire to form a deeper bond, transcending this superficial layers of acquaintance or friendship. The conversations about intimate details are a pathway she uses to foster a connection that is both emotional and physical, indicating her interest in building a relationship grounded in mutual understanding and desire. When a woman asks questions about your intimate life, such as, "What is the craziest place you've ever had sex?" or "What are your wildest fantasies?" she is not only seeking to understand your experience and preferences, but also creating a space where both of you can share and explore your desires openly. This level of openness is often a precursor to physical intimacy, as it builds a foundation of trust and vulnerability by engaging in such conversations. She is subtly inviting you to imagine scenarios where the two of you could fulfill these fantasies together, thus deepening the emotional and sexual connection between you. Statistics and research support the notion that open communication about sexual desires significantly enhances relationship satisfaction, according to a study published in the Journal of Sex Research. Couples who talk about their sexual fantasies and preferences more often report higher levels of intimacy and overall relationship satisfaction. This means that when a woman brings up personal issues, she's probably trying to find a similar level of communication and satisfaction in a potential relationship with you. Her questions and stories are likely meant to make sure that there is a strong foundation of sexual compatibility and mutual understanding. Additionally, these conversations are often used as a litmus test to see how open you are to having deeper conversations. If you respond positively and share your own experiences and fantasies, it shows her that you are open to the idea of a closer, more intimate relationship. On the other hand, if you seem uncomfortable or dismissive, she might see this as a lack of interest or compatibility, which could affect her decision about whether to pursue the relationship further. What you do in response to these intimate conversations is very important in determining the future course of your relationship. When a woman consistently brings up intimate topics in your conversations, it's a big sign that she is sexually interested in you and wants to connect with you on a deeper level. Her actions show that she is trying to build a foundation of trust, openness, and mutual vulnerability, all of which are necessary for a satisfying and close relationship. Recognizing and responding to these signals can help you navigate the dynamics of your interaction, which could lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful connection by encouraging open and honest communication about your wants and experiences. You can build a strong base for a connection that is satisfying on both an emotional and physical level. Number 3, she makes close moves. Figuring out if a woman is attracted to a man often depends on reading her body language and small movements, which can say more about her feelings and wants than words alone. Even when she tries to hide how she feels, her actions often reveal a lot about her inner state. When a woman likes you, her body language changes to show that she is more open and relaxed, and she may lean in closer during talks. Keep eye contact for a long time and smile a lot. These small but noticeable changes in her behavior show that she is becoming more comfortable and interested in being with you. Indicating a desire to build a stronger bond. Touch is a powerful way to figure out how attracted she is to you. Starting with light touches on her hands or arms can give you useful information. If she leans into your touch or responds with a light touch of her own, it means she feels safe and at ease in your company. Moving on to more intimate areas, like lightly touching her legs or shoulders, can deepen the connection. If she responds warmly and doesn't show discomfort or pull away, it means she enjoys being close to you and might be interested in more intimacy. Research underscores the pivotal role of nonverbal cues in signaling attraction. Studies in psychology and interpersonal communication consistently highlight that body language constitutes a significant portion of human interaction, often conveying more than verbal expressions alone. For instance, research published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior emphasizes how gestures and subtle movements play a crucial role in communicating attraction and interest between individuals. Understanding and interpreting these nonverbal cues can provide profound insights into the dynamics of romantic interactions, guiding your approach and responses accordingly. Conversely, if a woman visibly removes your hand or displays signs of discomfort when touched, it may signify either a lack of reciprocal attraction or a need for more time to establish trust and comfort. Women often employ subtle rejections to communicate personal boundaries and preferences, which necessitates respectful acknowledgement and consideration in fostering mutual understanding and respect within any interaction. Women possess a nuanced understanding of using body language as a tool of seduction, subtly enhancing their femininity to captivate the object of their desire. When attracted to someone, a woman may unintentionally draw attention to her femininity through different gestures. These could be playful movements like twirling her hair or lightly caressing things like a glass or necklace, or she could change her clothes in a way that makes her body stand out. These actions are deliberate attempts to increase her attractiveness and get the person she finds beautiful to admire her. Also, her body language may include small movements that show more of her neck or chest, which are usually thought of as erogenous areas. These actions are not just accidents, they are planned to enchant and entice. By drawing attention to these areas, she subtly communicates her desire for admiration and appreciation of her body, hoping to make a deeper emotional and physical connection by mastering the subtleties of the female body. Language improves your ability to read and respond to attraction signals. By showing respect for her gestures and paying attention to them, you can build a mutual understanding that can strengthen your connection. This mutual understanding is the basis for building trust and emotional intimacy, which are important parts of any meaningful and long-lasting relationship. Paying close attention to a woman's body language and movements can tell you a lot about how interested and attracted she is to you. Seeing how she reacts to light touches and how she relaxes can also help you figure her out. How comfortable and open you are. Understanding and reading these signals can lead to more respectful and trusting interactions, as well as a deeper connection based on mutual attraction and understanding. By paying close attention and responding to others' messages, you can navigate the complicated world of attraction and set the stage for a relationship based on mutual desire, trust, and respect. Figuring out and interpreting signs of sexual attraction is often seen as a complicated process. Strive for men. Being able to read a woman's body language and movements can tell you a lot about how interested and comfortable she is with you. By paying close attention to cues like long eye contact, smiling a lot, and positive responses to physical touch, we can tell more about her emotional state and readiness for deeper connections than just what she says. We treat each other with sensitivity and respect, hoping to build meaningful relationships. In spite of this, these signs can be very clear and direct in different people and situations. Some women may make their interest known in a very public way, while others may prefer to communicate in a more subdued way. Personal stories and one-on-one conversations. There are many styles that affect how attraction is communicated. While it is important for men to be aware of nonverbal cues, it is just as important for women to be able to communicate openly and honestly in order to build mutual understanding and respect. We would love to hear your thoughts on this complex topic. Should women try to make their attraction signals clearer, or is it our job as men to interpret and respond to these cues with care and understanding? We really need your help to improve our understanding of relationships and interpersonal dynamics. If you've found this exploration useful so far, please support our channel by liking this video and subscribing. Your support not only inspires us to make more content that resonates with you, but it also helps our channel grow and reach more people. Thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments section below. She invites you to her home. A woman's desire for intimacy can be clear when she invites a man into her home, especially after a series of dates where she showed signs of attraction. When a woman invites a man to her home for coffee, a meal, or to watch a movie, it's more than just a gesture of kindness. It means she wants a deeper, more personal connection. Women more often. For women, only inviting men they trust and feel comfortable with is a big step toward possibly sharing private moments together. Research and real-life examples show that inviting someone into your personal space, like your home, is often a move to make the relationship stronger, according to a survey done by relationship experts. More than 70% of women said that inviting a guy to their house is a deliberate way to start physical intimacy. This number shows that these kinds of requests are meant to be taken seriously, and it's important to know what they mean in romantic relationships, especially between women. Some may use sultry ways to get closer to someone, like asking for help with tasks that require them to go to their homes, like minor repairs, computer troubleshooting, or even walking the dog. These requests give them a good reason to spend time alone together in a more private setting, which is a strategy that leads to more comfort and closeness and more chances for deeper conversations and emotional connection in real life. Asking to come to. When she invites you into her home, it's a sign of both attraction and trust. It's a gesture that shows not only comfort and familiarity, but also a desire for emotional and physical closeness. By doing this, she's saying that she's ready to explore a deeper level of connection. When going beyond casual dating, it's important to remember that each person and relationship is different. Some women may be open about their plans and invitations, while others may test the waters of emotional and physical intimacy in a more subtle way. How people deal with these dynamics is affected by national norms, personal boundaries, and past events. To get these subtleties, you need to be sensitive to and pay attention to both spoken and unspoken hints. By reacting with respect and care, you can learn a lot about her comfort level and intentions by observing her body language, the tone of her invitations, and the situation in which they happen. You create an atmosphere of trust and mutual understanding to set the stage for a relationship based on real connection and shared intimacy. When a woman asks you to her house after you've shown signs of attraction, it's a big step toward more physical and emotional closeness. By recognizing and accepting her request with sensitivity and respect, you show that you trust and feel comfortable with her, which highlights her desire to grow closer to you. Meaningful interactions that could lead to a happy, long-lasting friendship for both people. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences on this subject. Have you been in a similar situation? How did you understand and answer these kinds of invitations? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Also, if you liked this discussion, please support our channel by liking this video and subscribing for more content that looks into the complicated nature of relationships and human bonds. And she draws your attention to her lips. This is how women try to make the physical and emotional link with you stronger. Her lips become a strong way for her to talk, without words. According to studies in the field of psychology, facial expressions, such as lip movements, play a big role in communicating emotions and intentions. For example, lip biting can show both anxiety and arousal, depending on the situation and other behaviors that happen at the same time. The attention she pays to this part of her face shows a subtle but undeniable desire to awaken your most intimate instincts. Studies done by a number of universities, lip biting or licking can be unconscious signs of attraction that people often see in romantic situations where they want to build a deeper connection. For example, a study from Harvard University found that people often use these kinds of nonverbal behaviors in the beginning stages of a romantic relationship to show interest and build rapport. She is good at getting your attention in a way that words can't describe by biting her lips. This move she made while she fixed her gaze on you is a visual request that can be understood by anyone. A study in Psychology Today says that most people who responded find lip biting beautiful and think it's a sign of flirtation or sexual interest. Another study by the Kinsey Institute found that lip biting is a common habit. Different cultures often see behavior as a subtle invitation for more interaction. By biting her lips, she sends a signal that suggests she is interested in him romantically and also wants to explore a deeper relationship. Lip biting is often used subconsciously as a way to express hidden wants and intentions, according to studies from top universities. Researchers in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that people who do these things are more likely to feel emotionally aroused and want to be closer to the people they like romantically. Lip biting is a way to get you to think about her in a sexual way. Research published in the journal Evolutionary Psychology found that lip biting and other courtship rituals can be used as a way to send sexual signals that make you more attractive and open to being sex. Evolutionary scientists think that these kinds of behaviors may have evolved to show that the animal is trying to reproduce. Signaling and getting fit, readiness for a close relationship. As always, it's important to look at the bigger picture and see how these signs fit in with other parts of her behavior. Relationship experts say that nonverbal cues like lip biting should be read along with what someone says to get a good idea of what they really want. Dr. John Gottman, a famous relationship expert, tells couples to pay attention to both spoken and unspoken cues when they are talking to each other, because they can tell you a lot about how the other person is feeling and how the relationship works. If you see that she makes this move over and over again in certain situations or in reaction to certain things, it's likely that she's using her lips to talk about how she really feels. Surveys from reputable organizations show that people often use nonverbal cues, like biting their lips, to show feelings that they may not be able to say out loud. University of California, Berkeley study shows how important nonverbal cues are. Communication is an important part of romantic relationships because it helps partners get closer and understand each other better. However, how we read these signals will depend on how sensitively and carefully we pay attention to them during our interaction. Researchers from well-known colleges say that paying attention to and actively listening to nonverbal cues can make it much easier for people in romantic relationships to talk to each other and understand each other. In her emotionally focused therapy, Dr. Sue Johnson, a clinical psychologist and researcher, stresses the importance of nonverbal cues, saying that they can strengthen emotional connection and foster secure attachments. That's the end of today's video. If you liked the movie and thought it was helpful or interesting, please show your support by liking it and sharing it with them. This information is valuable, and don't forget to subscribe to get more like it in the future. We hope to see you in the next video, where we'll continue to talk about interesting and relevant topics. This message was meant to be helpful, and we want to congratulate you on making it this far and finishing the video. That means you want to improve yourself. If you liked the video, please leave a comment. If you don't know what to say, comment, "I dare you,"